Oh, it's gonna be so awkward to start. Good morning everyone, I'm Lily and welcome to another video on my channel. Today's video is definitely very different to what I usually post, so if it's not up your alley, please go pick another video of mine to watch. I will just give a trigger warning as well. This video does talk about mental health, anxiety, depression, but in saying that, this video is to help people and is to shed light on people who may be in the same situation. I am not a doctor, I am not a therapist. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Everyone's experiences are different. Everyone's experience with medication, with therapy, with depression is all different. So please don't compare your experience to mine. I do just hope, however, in sharing my story that I can help people out there who may need it. So that is what I'm doing today. I really wanted to share my story for a long time now, but it is quite raw and very scary to be so open online, because I don't know who's seeing this, I don't know how many people are seeing this, I don't know what to say, I don't know if I'm saying too much. So I do just hope that everyone is kind in the comments and can understand I'm doing this to try to help people and not for sympathy, not for pity. I'm quite healed now, I'm in a better place, and I wanted to film this video from a place where I am completely mentally sound. It's too hot, I can't do this. Hang on, we're gonna have to move inside. It's way too freaking hot. My mum is on the phone and she has her AirPods in and she acts like she can't, she acts like she's deaf when she has her AirPods in. She's speaking very loudly and it was not an option to film inside, so. I don't really know how to start this video. I guess I'll kind of just start at the beginning. Just gonna speak my journey and what happened in my life that made me have this experience, so I guess I'll just start. So my ex broke up with me 3 days before our trial HSC exam. Terrible timing, but it had to happen. We weren't meant for each other. It was not a good relationship. I was very hurt. I was heartbroken, and for days I was scared of waking up because I knew I would be crying. And I think the only time I was at peace is when I was asleep. So I would just try to sleep all day, try to sleep all night. I have never felt that type of pain before. I'm lucky I have such a supportive family, great friends. I have always had a good life, and this sort of heartbreak is such a different type of pain to anything I had felt before. Losing someone that you thought really cared about you and loved you, it's a very different feeling to anything I had experienced before. And if you want me to do a girl chat video on how to get through a breakup, I would love to do one of those, because I do have a lot of tips, because it was a hard time in my life, it really was. I think for about 6 months I was still pretty heartbroken and just not myself. I wasn't me, and I was making decisions that weren't me. I was trying to heal myself in bad ways. I had a very bad relationship with food at this point. I didn't want to eat. I had no energy to even have a shower some days. If I had a shower, it was a win in the early stages of this breakup. But then I started seeing a therapist, and honestly I would not be where I am today without her. She honestly saved me, and I needed just to vent and someone to talk to, because I have amazing friends and an amazing family, and they were all there for me throughout this, but I just felt like I was too much, and I just wanted to talk to someone who wasn't going to be annoyed that I was talking to them. Not that my friends were, but I was paying this person and she was qualified to help me with this, and she gave me a lot of tools to help with my feelings. And we basically figured out I had situational depression, which she said that my depression would go away when the situation went away, which it did. So she was definitely correct. I went on antidepressants. I will talk about them in a sec, they are amazing. But I think kind of not getting a full diagnosis almost did me worse, because I wanted it to be something. I wanted it to be a chemical imbalance in my head. I didn't want it to be me that was hurting myself this much. And I think her saying that, hey, it'll go away, like it's not really depression, it's just situational depression, kind of made me feel like I was still doing it to myself. Why am I so fucking sad if I'm not depressed? And it kind of hurt me in the long run, because I was so sad, and I was like, how much sadder do I need to be for it to be validated by a system? And that really hurt, because I was like, I'm so sad. How do I need to be sadder for people to understand, for people to believe me? I felt like people didn't believe how sad I was or believe how much I was hurting. And that kind of made it worse because I was like, no one understands, no one knows how I feel. I just was so broken. I have never needed my mum so much. I remember I went to the doctors to go on antidepressants and she walked outside to go on a phone call and I started crying because she wasn't next to me. I had my teddy bear in the car with me on the way to the doctor's appointment. I was a child again. Like, I mean, I still am a child, but I was so scared, like anxious 24/7. But then I went on medication. The first antidepressants I went on was escitalopram, but that didn't really work for me. I was on 10 milligrams, and now I'm on Levlin, which really helps. Just takes the edge off. I tried to come off them recently. About 3 months ago, I was like, oh, you know, I'm really happy, I'm doing really well. As soon as I tried to come off them, I felt anxious again. I was getting intrusive thoughts. I was overthinking. So I just went back on them because it wasn't worth it trying to come off them. And that is something I wanted to talk about, is medication, because a lot of you guys ask me a lot of questions about what medications I'm on, and it's different for everyone, so please see your doctor about it, whether or not you need to go on them, etc. Antidepressants are also for anxiety. They have helped me immensely, but they may not be what you need. But also, don't be afraid of needing help from medication. Don't be afraid to ask for help, to reach out for support and be like, hey, I'm not doing well. A lot of my friends even are scared to go on medication because they don't want to rely on it. But I always said, if you are so sad, like I was just so sad, I wanted anything to help. If you are so sad, why not try something that's just going to make it just a little bit better even? Because honestly, it didn't make it a whole lot better, but it just took the edge off to the point I wasn't crying every day. And that was a big relief for me. I was so exhausted from crying all the time that this just took the edge off, and I could do more things in the day. I could actually go out and see a friend. And that's also something, if you're going through something similar at the moment, is reach out. Your friends, your family are going to be there for you. It is okay to talk about these things. It's okay to be open and say, hey, I'm struggling and I need help. Like, I'm not doing okay. I'm not okay. Because your friends want you to be okay. Your family wants you to thrive. No one is going to think you're annoying for saying, hey, I need help. You're not weak for needing to ask for help. You also have so much support around you in schools, school counselors, school psychologists. They're all there to talk to you, and they have a code of confidentiality where they cannot tell anyone the things that you are telling them unless it is life-threatening, of course. So you can confide in those people. You can confide in those support systems. The last point I wanted to touch on was healing and finally feeling like you're better. Healing is not linear, and that is something that my therapist told me, and honestly I think that's the one thing that just got me over the line. I was like, you know what, that's true, and I don't have to be okay right now. I am better. I was getting better day by day. Some days were worse, some days were better. Even though my experience with mental health happened a year ago, I still have days where I get sad and then I get worried that I'm going to fall into that same mind that I had a year ago, and it's scary because I don't want to feel like that again. I never want to feel how I felt last year. I honestly wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, to feel the way I felt. And I think that's why I want to do psychology and want to become a therapist, is because I don't want anyone to feel the way I felt or worse. So just know at the moment, if you are going through something similar or if you are healing, just know that you'll have days that will be sucky and will kind of feel like you're back to day one. But eventually, those days will become less and less, to the point where you have none of them and you are just so happy and you are so content with your life. I can't explain how, when I was so sad, I don't think I knew how sad I was until I was happy, because I had been in that state for so long. I was kind of like, this is me. And then when I healed and I became happier and time healed a lot, I was like, oh shit, I was really fucking sad. Like, I was not okay. At the end of the day, my family and my friends were there for me, but I'm the only one that could heal me. I'm the only one that can help me. You are the only person that can help you. At the end of the day, your friends and your family are there for you and they're there to support you, but you have to make the decision to want to be okay again. You have to make the decision to want to heal and to want to be happy again. And that's a big move, and it's not going to happen overnight, but time heals and it will happen. What helped me heal was was definitely keeping myself busy. Even just washing my car or vacuuming the house, just getting out of my room didn't have to be in a social setting. I was doing puzzles like day to day because I just didn't want my mind to have so much time to think. So I was doing puzzles and listening to podcasts because my mind was busy. Think in healing that you have to find what works for you, because that is what worked for me, but other things might work for you. And you may be someone who finds it hard to talk to friends and family and finds it hard to outreach for support. And that's terribly hard because you shouldn't feel like you have to keep your mental health a secret. You shouldn't feel like you have to keep all your feelings away from everyone and bottled up. I also just wanted to talk about the stigma around mental health. I feel like a lot of people always say, you're doing it for attention, you're doing it for attention. I just want to be here for those people who just need to be heard. And I want you to know that you are heard. I hear you. I know how you feel. You are not alone. It sucks. It sucks to be sad. It sucks to be hurting every day just to wake up. And I understand. But it does get better. And you will get better. You are loved. You are worthy. Healing isn't linear. It will take time. And it will take effort. You have to try. You have to want to get better. But it will get better if you want it to. And it is okay to be sad. It's okay to have a shit year. Last year was shit. Last year sucked for so many people. Please just know you're not alone. Please know that you have support networks. You have people to talk to. Your experience is individual. You will need different types of support. You will need different types of medication, things like that. Everyone's experience is different, but you are not alone. And I think that's where I want to end this video. Thank you guys for watching. This video was really hard to make. I wanted to speak my mind and I wanted to speak about this, but it was really scary too, and I don't know if I shared too much, too little, but I really hope that this helped one person. I just hope everyone watching knows that they are loved, they are worthy, and that they have so much to give to this world. I really hope I said everything right. I hope I gave some advice that's good. If you like these types of videos, I will try to be more brave and share my experiences a little bit more. I definitely like to do my little girl chat videos, so I definitely would love to do some more on different topics of mental health, body image, things like that. So if you want to see those, let me know. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good week. Bye.